So, good morning, everyone. How are you all? How are you all? Still can't hear you. How are you all? Not much of energy I'm seeing. So, because of all the talk, now the mind has gone a little dull, isn't it? So, absorbing. Okay. Okay, just before we talk, let's do some game. Shall we all play a game? Are you all with me? It's not going to be a very difficult game. It's going to be a very easy game. So, you just have to do what I'm going to do. Just follow just see what I'm doing and then do with me. What I'm going to do is just clap my hand, right? So if I do one clap like this, you got to clap, okay? So sometimes I might not clap also, so you have to be there with me, watch me closely and carefully, attentively, and clap with me. That's all, okay? Simple rule. So okay? Shall we just do a trial now, okay? See, some of them missed. Okay, now. See, missed. Okay. Now, let's go for real. I'm going to do it very fast now. Okay. Come on, harder. Two fingers, three fingers, four fingers. Now, oh, great. Okay. See, if you all see now, okay, I've seen all your faces now. All your faces now lit up, smiling and all that. Sometimes just a little before our Velu. Velu was very interactive and keeping you all alive and giving you a lot of very informative talk, all listening. And after that, again, some dull moment. Now, again, your face all lit up. Do you all know what is the reason for your faces got lit up when we were clapping? The reason is that at that very moment, our mind came to the present. When the mind comes to the present, it's always in the happy state. That is the secret behind that particular activity. Okay, coming back to our subject, okay, off brick. Well, Bala, he needs no introduction. Just before going into that, let me also understand a bit from here. How many of you all are students here? Just raise your hands. Okay, okay, that's good. Students as in college, right? How many of you are in college? School? Anybody in school? No, okay, all of you are in college. College, let's say first year, how many? Second, third. Okay, and fourth year or professionals like that? Fourth. Okay, good. Just to understand who are all here. Okay, so I'm going to establish one fact here, okay, about our interpretation or how we take in our society in terms of success and failure. It's one of the very key important terms that comes to our part of life, isn't it? Success and failure. Most of our life is attributed towards these two terms, success and failure, right? So just one small question to take a feedback from you all guys. Who all likes success here? Just raise your hands. Come on, man. I only see very few hands here. Nobody wants to succeed? Huh? So there are some people who don't want to succeed, just sit there, don't want to raise your hands. So no, if I say who wants to succeed here, everyone should raise your hands, isn't it? That's what we're here. That's what we are here for, right? And okay, my next question is who don't want to fail? It's a different question. Who don't want to fail? So others are okay by failing, huh? Failing and settle down, huh? That's right. The question is tricky. So why I put the question a little in a tricky manner is to make you all understand or realize the impact of failure in life. Okay. Getting an acquaintance with Bala, okay, that in itself was a half-brick story for me. Okay. I'll give you a background. Okay, it's going to be a small story kind of thing. Bala probably in his previous assignment in his previous company, he was visiting some foreign companies and he was a marketing executive at a top management level, a decision-making level. And he had visited some foreign country and seen some prototype. The prototype is there in some exhibition and it is a high-tech prototype. Uh, for him, what he felt is that the same thing, if he exhibits in Mumbai, in the big Kurla complex exhibition, he probably thought that that could really sell the product well or convey the features of the product much better. So he had that thought immediately. So, way kind of, Bala kind of guys things, right? When they want something, they want it. Come what may, they will do it. Okay. But then when he came back and then probably he researched and found out that that thing is not available in India. Nobody is doing it not because it's too high tech or rocket science or something, but there is no market and nobody has really put an effort to do it, except for a couple of half-brick guys like me also. I was interested in those kind of electronic hobby kind of stuff, and I was just doing something on that, and I put that on a YouTube video, just as an individual, interest. I just put that particular demo piece on a video. Bala captured that video. Somehow he's hunting for that prototype to be implemented for his company. So he captured that video, and then caught hold of me. He called me, and then he told that you're going to do this for me. Believe me, I didn't believe in myself in doing that because his requirement was something way off, and I was doing like a child's kid. It's a sort of hobby I was doing it. Okay. What that is immaterial. It is just some electronic gadget, something, okay? But the point here is Bala wanted that for his project. At that time, I didn't have a company to float to establish a connection between him and myself, and also, to do the financial activity and also fulfill his requirement. I had nothing, ground zero, what Bala was mentioning, okay? Ground zero as such. Bala, can I have some water? Yeah. Thanks, Bala. Ground zero as such, no material, no funds, nothing. No finance or no technology, nothing. Everything has to be imported from abroad also. Okay. But then we did it. How we did it, like there is a line Raj Kapoor used to sing in one of the famous, I love that line very much. Maana apne jeb mein pakir hai, fir bhi yaaro dil mein hum ameer hai. Aisa hai hum. So we didn't have nothing, but we started. He gave me just 2 weeks time to implement some 8 feet by 4 feet modular, which has to be implemented by importing 90% of the equipments from Germany and do it. The exhibit has to be there in Kurla complex, Mumbai, and footprints, believe me, it's in thousands, and all our corporate heads, they're coming, and the product is a national level product. So, and it is in the very big entrance of that building, exhibition, and it has to appeal to the walk-ins also. If it fails, then the entire investment of 2-3 crores will go for a toss. Now that challenge we had, it was not a joke. And Bala, I don't know, somehow he's got that belief that this myself will do it. Even I didn't have that much belief. He had a confidence in me that I will do it. 4 days even before that exhibition happened, that the modular was not ready, it's not working, functioning well. Sensors are not working, causing a lot of worries. And it has to be transported from Chennai all the way to Mumbai. And during the transport, many of the equipments and the circuits and all fell off. So we had nearly 4 sleepless nights in Mumbai to put everything back. By the time the exhibition started, the D-Day came, we somehow made it work. It was working as per the expectation. When the people come, and the prototype showed what was supposed to show, and exhibit its property of the product and all that. It did work, but it did not work to the expectation that we planned for, that it had to be 100% automatic. That it didn't happen. Okay. So, first time when we did that, though it was successful, it was a failure. It was a successful failure for us. Okay. We did not give up. Ultimately, see, in life, failure is something that is inevitable for all of you guys. Okay. Failure is inevitable. Only when you fail, you can succeed. Nothing comes in first attempt. Only thing is you should not give up. Okay? So, we somehow managed that, we kept on improving it. We kept on working on that module until it keeps perfecting. 3 days the exhibition was there. We did completely went, people were happy. And the exhibition also was over. And as soon as the exhibition was over, I went and spoke to Bala and said, Bala, this needs a different level of configuration and instrumentations and hardware and all that. Probably some more investment also. Bala didn't lose hope in me. He was not like saying that, okay, you failed, and next time I'll find somebody else, or I'll find a better technology to do it and all that. I said, he pinned hope on me and said, okay, let's invest more money and make it better. And the next year exhibition came. This time, we knew our mistakes. We knew where we will fail. We knew where that module will fail and where the module has to be accurately placed and how it has to work. All those different aspects were taken care. All the failure outcomes were corrected. And this time it worked 100% to our satisfaction. Not only that, when those foreign delegates came and saw that module, they said in front of Bala and his MD also that this modular was better than what they showcased in the foreign country, which is a success attributed to Bala. So, the learning here is, learning from our previous speakers also, here is that we should not give up when we fail. That's the ultimate point that I want to drive here. Okay, so that's one of the half-brick story. Okay, so there is a small story about Winston Churchill. You all know Winston Churchill, right? Who was he? Who is Winston Churchill? Come on. Yeah. I'm expecting some answer from back, from the students. Who all know Winston Churchill? World War II. Anybody knows World War II? If you all want to learn about bravery and about, really what life is, you should read a lot about World War II. Quite a lot of stories there. And Winston Churchill was, Prime Minister of UK, United Kingdom. He has a lot of stories. He's a very good orator. And it's a very good, his command over English is incomparable. Okay, so this fellow, although he had so much command over his English, you know what? He was outcast in Oxford University. He was thrown out of Oxford University because he was faring so poorly in academics. He didn't study well in Oxford University, and he was thrown out of that college. Okay, you all know Oxford University, right? All of you guys from back. Okay, he was thrown out. But then the day came, he struggled. He became the Prime Minister of India. Prime Minister of UK. And then this very university which threw him out invited him to give a speech about the university, and he was a special invitee for that particular function. He was asked to give a speech. He went there to the stage, and he only uttered 2 words. And he uttered only 2 words, and he went out of the stage, and he got a standing ovation for 5 minutes, just for uttering 2 words. You know what are those 2 words is? Nearly 1,000 people were in front of him. He went into the stage, and all those people sitting in front of him knew that this fellow was an outcast from Oxford University, comes back here and gives a special VIP speech. What is he going to speak? He only uttered 2 words. Those 2 words were, never give up. That's all. That conveyed the entire crux of his content, and people started clapping for him. So the word never give up is very important for us. Okay? How much ever we fail, we should not give up. Coming to my own personal story, so our friends here, Ashik and Velu, really very inspiring stories actually. So I can see some Elon Musk and Steve Jobs really coming up in India. So in our age, the so-called 80s, like our parents, India parents are really a wonder. They are a miracle compared to any other country's parents. Seriously. Even this age parents, or you compare those parents in 80s or 70s or like that, or 90s. So in 80s, my family condition, what to say? Mm, in present scenario, there is something called a credit card, right? You all know there is a credit card. In 80s and all, there was no credit card. So when there was short of money, there was another technology that we used to use. It's something called I'll pay you later. Okay? So we use that technology very frequently to run our family, to pay our school fees, to pay our bills, to pay for our food. We use that technology. I'll pay you later. But now you all have the credit cards, okay? You don't have to say that, the card will say that. Okay? So those are the days where not just my parents, 70% of India was under certain, below the line of well-being. I won't call it poverty, below the line of well-being as compared to in terms of availability of resources also. We were in that era, so studying hard, working hard, and then playing also hard. Everything was hard for us during that time. To drink water also we need to do hard work. Climb 2-3 floors up and come down, fetch water from the manual pump and all. Nowadays we have tap to open or something or the other. So everything was hard for us during those time. My parents also were struggling to meet the ends also. But then what important thing happened is that my father, although he struggled, like any other parent, used to think that like I suffered, my child should not suffer. Do you all agree with me? Are you all with me on this? If I suffer, all my suffering should not go to my kid. So my father didn't go to a very high funda school, so he thought, even though I suffered, let my son go to a better school. Send there. Okay. Now go there. Did you study well? Did you make use of the opportunity and all that? No. I mean, if he had put me in a very normal school, I would have been much better. Because there was always a prejudice, there was always a comparison. There is always something when your colleagues' parents are doing so well and you are not doing so well, parents are not doing well, there is always a, what you call as a, prejudice, or what you say is a comparison. Yeah. I'll take one. Okay, so the same time, so my schooling days was fun actually. Was fun, but to be honest, I will say that I didn't make use of the resources that my parents gave me to improve or harness my skill until I was like 9th standard or something. During that time, something really bad happened in the family, and my mother was fallen ill critically in the sense like cancer, and I was failing in exams, not doing well, and my teachers called my parents and told that your son is not doing really well. And also there was a time my father also had to take a transfer to another station, and family was in an all jittery position. All of a sudden, people around me started telling that you're the only son. I'm the only son. Before me was 3 elder sisters. So only son. So you are the only son. You have to take the responsibility. You need to take care of the family. Parents are doing so difficult times, passing through difficult times. You have to do that and this. Now this pressure, this stress that enters your mind. Okay, I'm talking only from those kids who are sitting there studying. These kinds of pressure, family pressure also will come to you. It is not that you cannot avoid. It is something that it is a part and parcel of the existence, our family. Okay. So these things come to you. But for me, when such so-called failure or distress comes as a stress, then how at that age you handle? Only way you can do is what? You can go back to your books, sit, study, mug, try to understand, try to pass through the exam. If you are not, based on your abilities and your virtues, we can only pass through the exam or do well like that. So that's what exactly I also did. I did hard work, studying hard and all that, waking up in the morning and doing and study and all that. During the course of study, only thing I was able to find that I could grasp a bit of English. I found that I was quite interested in physics and some computers. This was the end result. Okay, I pass through. Like if you study well, any human can pass through any exam. Okay, it is not something that anybody cannot do. So, like that, I just passed through, did my graduation and all that. But what does it take? Every one of the kid in our country, like me, goes through the same phase, go through the hardships, goes through the same pattern of life, study, graduate as per the parents' requirement. If you don't know what you do, and if you've not discovered what you can do also during that age, and there is also comparison, there is abundance comparison available. If I'm not studying, just look at Vijay next door, he's studying so well, you're not done. He has taken medical, you're not even taken a BCom degree. That comparison is always there. Do you all agree with me? Right? You also don't know what to study at that age, at that point in time. You don't have that knowledge or your own abilities or skills. So you don't know, so blindly you're asked to go and do a college, you've done it. But then what does it take in it? What are we supposed to do? What are we learning? What is my learning in that? That's what I want to share with you here. Okay, see, very, very key important aspect. If you don't know your abilities, okay, you're blindfolded with your surroundings is there. If you don't know your abilities, just sit back and take time out for yourself. It is very important. Be it one day, 1 hour, or 2 days, or 2 months also, take time out. It's okay. You can, if there is a failure, it's okay. You can fail. But then take time out to introspect yourself and really see what you really want in life. Ask yourself question, who are you? Why are you there in this planet? It's a very important question. Billions of lives are there in this planet, and you're also there. Just I'll tell you, being born as a human is in itself a gift for us in this globe. You know, there is a saying like Velu or Malik, everybody, they were saying the success stories. See, as a human, if you are born in this world, if you have a desire in your heart, the entire universe starts working to fulfill your desire. That's how the universe functions. Trust me, this is the truth. Example I'll give you. Today, anybody taken banana? Suppose if you have taken any food or fruit or anything, did it come just like that for you? No, it is already planted by somebody, right? Is it planted for some reason? Yes. Some bala or some velu sitting here. It is destined for them to eat. That's why it is already planted. So the entire universe has already started working. So you being here, there is already a larger plan across the universe for you to achieve. Only thing is, this side distractions that comes out, like you're being compared to X and Y, you're being compared to a donkey or a horse, you being compared to a elephant, but you probably are not any of those. Those comparison and those distractions are not letting you to be what you are. Are you all with me on this? Okay? So the learning is that, for me, my realization was that I knew I could do a little bit. I had my interest in computers and a little bit of this physics. So I did my graduation in engineering and I took the path of computers, and I'm doing fairly well. The point here is, if you identify what you like to do, then that work that you do, you will not find it hard. Like the time you spend on it, be it 8 hours or 16 hours or 20 hours a day, you will not feel the tiredness. It will come to you automatically. The energy will flow automatically to you so that you can do it. Suppose if you are let's say you are a art student, but you are doing mathematics, then mathematics is all the way is going to be difficult for you. But if you are going to spend time more on art, you will not know that much of time you are spending in art. Okay? So that's very important learning for me. And our challenges that our fellow speakers also facing in life is not just towards like what Bala was saying about the social challenges that we are facing today in terms of economic, social, religion, caste, race, All this will exist. Existed earlier, will exist in future also. Don't get bogged down by all those. Don't get, let them say what they want to say. But your job is not to go and beat or going to challenge why they are talking this, why they are talking this, why they are not talking this, why they are just suppressing me, why they are just comparing me. Your job is not. Your job is to introspect yourself. Find out what negative qualities you have within yourself. That is more important. Mic is working? Okay. See, as a human, all human race have a very common negative qualities only. Very common negative qualities. You, me, X, Y, Z, even our Prime Minister, President, or that anybody, any human who is born will have the same qualities of positive and negative. You can just count it in fingers. Some of the major negative qualities that we have is our anger, our greed, and our jealousy. These are the three things. Forget about what the society is imposing on you. Think of what your negatives are, which is having a higher proportion. Are you feeling more jealous? Are you getting more angry? Are you feeling more greedy? Define this. Introspect yourself. And then improve on this, actually. You can, through some abilities and through some techniques, you can also surpass, or you can just overcome these negative qualities to become a better human. Okay? Success just doesn't not only be, money earning. Becoming a billionaire is not a success. Gaining a wealth, car, bungalow is not success. Wealth is not, in fact, just one word money. It is multiple. Not just remember that, kids. Okay? Wealth is not just money. For example, let's say I have a billionaire who's got some, hundreds and thousands of dollars in his bank account sitting, okay? But he's sitting in his sofa couch, 100 kg fat, with all cholesterol, BP and sugar. Is he really wealthy? Yes or no? Otherwise, a guy who is earning on 1,000 rupees per day, who really does some hard work, mason work, carrying some bricks and thing, okay, goes back home with a body full of muscles and stretches. Is he happy or not? Because his health condition is good. He is physically active. So the health in itself is a wealth. So by that wealth comparison, a guy who is having $1 billion is poorer than a guy who is not having that. Are you all with me on this? Right? So when you want to gain wealth, wealth is not just one or two, money or something like that. It is your health. Of course, money is important for a comfortable living. Money is also important. Money is one wealth. And again, your relationship with your people is also another wealth. If you have all the money but you don't have people to share, then what's the point? Right? So relations with people also is another wealth. And similarly, there are 5 wealths. You can just find out what they are and then go about fulfilling all these wealths in your life in an equal manner, so that you can find happiness. Okay. See, success and failures are all only byproducts in life, not main products. Okay. It's not the end product in itself. Meaning, it is something like success. Some people they keep preparing the bed all the time in the day, and then they never go to sleep or something like that. It's something like that. Okay. So success is just a byproduct. It comes. When you fail, you have an opportunity to learn. When you succeed, you have an opportunity to take more responsibility. Okay. So both are equal. Both are necessary in our life. Okay. So this is very important. And apart from that, if you really want, okay, I have some few terms which I really want to share with you all, which we feel has been accepted by the society as some good terms or good words. Say, for example, what do you say to a word called mercy? MERCY. Do you all know what mercy is? Is it good? Just say yes or no. It's good. Anybody? Anyone else who feels it's good? Yeah, it's good. Having mercy on somebody is good, right? Isn't it? Yeah. But sir, the problem there is actually, it's not bad. It's good only. Having mercy on somebody is like, you're making that very person whom you are having mercy on feel a low, right? Do you agree with me? Are we not making that person whom we are helping feel so low? Is it really necessary? When we are helping, we should help in such a way that the person does not realize that he feels low or he gets help. Such should be our attitude. It is very important we inculcate such human values in our life. It's very, very important. And there is one more example that's been given to people actually. So somebody who's not having, like they always compare, don't be so, taken aback. You're not so much suffering. See what you are having, what all you have. Like you should be happy with the person who's not wearing a chappal when you're wearing a chappal, right? That's a good example. Just to console ourselves saying that, yeah, okay, we are doing better than somebody who's not doing better. So that way we console ourselves saying that, no, we are okay. We should be satisfied. To get contentment in life, do you really have to look into somebody who's not having something which you don't have and say that you want to be content? Really? Really you want to do that? Huh? Really you want to feel happy about a person who's not having something that you have? No, that's a wrong example. That is really a bad example. When you want to be content, you be content within yourself. People call it rat race, right? Rat race. Are you all aware of the rat race? Yeah. Everyone knows rat race. So you or me first. I go first. You go first. Right? Right from going into a marriage hall and taking a seat for your food, to getting a college seat, to getting a school seat, everywhere it's rat race. Rat race, okay, agreed. Everybody races. You have to race. You have to gain something, right? But then in the race, when you're running in a race, you're running in a track, right? You're running in a track. You have to run on your own track. If you're going to look at others' track, then what you're going to do is you're going to definitely lose. So when you're running, just focus on your output, focus on your results and run. If you're going to look at others, then you're going to definitely fail. Okay. So these are some of the lessons, or these are some of the learnings which, after my college, went to my job and all that. Or these are some of the aspects that really made a shift in my thinking, which I just took note and that thought I will share it with you. So, if I don't see, just before the self-introspection or getting into the meditation practice and all that, before that, what I used to do is, if I don't get a promotion, I used to get upset. If I fail in a subject, I used to get upset. I used to attempt some certification exams, failed, upset, sit and cry for 2-3 days, something like that. But then that's not going to help. Our intention should be in such that whether failure or success, our centeredness is towards happiness. We should always keep ourselves happy. End of the day, even if in your profession or in your school or in your college, if you have failed drastically, miserably, but end of the day, if you go back home saying, okay, it's going to get better, and I'm going to put a smile in my face and then go back and sleep, then my friend, I tell you, then you are really fulfilling your life. Okay. With that, I also would like to extend a note of thanks to Bala, who's taking this extraordinary initiative to collect people's experience into one single, a repository, which is really a game changer. In future, Bala's initiative is going to be going to different levels. You will all be here to see it, definitely. I wish all of you who are coming here to have a bright and successful future. And, thank you.